on, everybody? StormeDegree 14 here. Welcome back to another nostalgic Critic reaction. A lot of things have changed up over here. We got Oswald sitting here, nice and cozy like. I forgot to put him up here in the last video. The upstairs neighbors are making noise like you cannot believe, but I'm pretty sure, again, they're going to minimize it at any moment. That being said, we're going to be reacting to Nostalgic Critic's newest video of his review of the movie Spy Kids. Now, Spy Kids is a movie I definitely have grown up with. I remember watching all three of them with my sister all the time, because we both loved them. Because again, I remember the first one, I remember a lot of the unique creatures they had in it. I know there's a lot of old effects that they used in those movies. But I don't know, I'm excited to see what Doug thinks of it. Whether he shits on it or loves it, it'll be fun to me. So with that being said, let's get on with it. In 3, 2, 1.
Episode brought to you by HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit.
Alright. Here we go, let's do it, Doug. Come on, come on, come on.
Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic guy. Remember it so you don't have to. Many of us are aware of the influence Robert Rodriguez has had on a generation of filmmakers. He's proof you don't always need money to make a film successful.
Right.
Clever planning, good humor, and stylistic choices. He could go from making a film for literally just $7,000 to a film costing $170 million, and both feel genuine and authentic to who he is as a filmmaker. His combination of gritty violence, comedic camp, and a fresh take on classic ideas have cemented him as one of the most ambitious and creative directors of the past few decades.
Did he fail this one?
And then he started doing kid shit.
Oh, come on.
We've talked about these before. For a while, he just wanted to do kids' films. Many of them inspired by his own kids. Whenever his next film was announced, you always crossed your fingers hoping it stars someone with a limb cut off, then, oh, it stars an 8-year-old in CG Candyland again. I guess you have to admire making children's entertainment at a time when mainly only animated films were doing that, but these were kids' films that felt like they were made by kids. Which, again, can be kind of neat, but it can also be...
Now picking your nose.
I understand.
Annoying. And this fad of annoyance all started with his very first children's film, Spy Kids. Oh, right, that was his first.
Really? Oh.
I think I might actually like this one.
Okay. Yeah, whatever, Doug.
Spy Kids was a surprise hit in 2001, earning $112 million in the US alone, against a mere $35 million.
Really?
Critics were surprised to find themselves enjoying the film. I guess the movie's gained a bit of a negative reputation over the years.
Oh, really?
And I'd be lying if I said I couldn't see where that was coming from. The film is far from perfect. It has a lot of desperate, immature jokes Rodriguez's kids' films would be known for later. But I'm sorry, this movie is out there in some of the best ways.
Oh.
One of my favorite things is taking clips out of context and showing it to people who haven't seen the film. They're either blown away by the surreal imagery or laughing hard at the creative jokes. And then when I reveal what it is, they always say, Spy Kids. That toddler James Bond bullshit? You're kidding. But I still stand by it for all its faults. There is a lot of stuff that not only works, but is also uniquely its own.
Yeah.
Let's face it, this movie could have coasted by just being Mission Impossible for kids.
But I think they added a lot of unique stuff to it to definitely stand out compared. Because again, they have a lot of iconic creatures and moments that definitely make it seem unique compared to most, at least.
Really putting that much ingenuity or imagination into it, and it still probably would have made money. But it does have the stamp of someone that really wanted to create something bizarre and weirdly ambitious for such a stock idea.
Yeah.
So, have I lost my mind, or is this one of the Rodriguez kids films that maybe got a little too much of a bum rap over the years? Well, let's open that top secret envelope to find out.
Alright, let's see.
This is not a reason to have me committed, I swear. Spy Kids.
Come on.
The film opens honestly how you would expect a film like this to open, with the spy parents of the leads named Giorgio and Ingrid, played by Antonio Banderas and Carlo Gugino, meeting on a mission to assassinate the other and falling in love.
You have to understand, these were dark and confusing times. I mean, there was an enormous amount of turmoil between countries.
Very different from now.
Sure.
Both these actors get across a lot without having to say anything. Even if there was no narration, Antonio's expression of, nah, would still get a laugh out of me. In fact, most of this intro is pretty hilarious, as the couple grows closer and closer despite having to keep themselves further and further apart.
They would embark on the most dangerous mission of all time. They decided to marry.
They decide to get married, but a hit is put out on the both of them. Thankfully, the wedding is also made up of spies and assassins, so even as they run for their lives, the ceremony continues.
Nice. Oh, that's cool.
This feels like a love story Perry the Platypus would have.
Yes, absolutely. Plus, it definitely gives me vibes of, like, it reminds me of the episode of Spy Family when Lloyd, quote-unquote, marries yours. Where they freaking, like, he throws a grenade, uses the pin as the ring, and as they, like, say their vows, the freaking explosion happens behind them. It's just freaking epic as can be.
It turns out the kids of the spies named Carmen and Junie, played by Alexa Penavega and Daryl Sabara, are the ones being told this bedtime story as it looks like our parental spies have retired.
How many nights, I wonder, do you send the children off to bed with nightmares? That life is over now.
I'm afraid it will lead to stupid childish sequels. Remember why I told similar stories in my past marriage?
Why do we have to do this every morning? You gonna hang there all day? Scaredy cat?
Yeah, probably the weakest part of Spy Kids is the Spy Kids themselves. It's hard to say they're bad actors, but it's hard to say they're good either.
Don't start pointing fingers at me. I didn't do anything stupid. I wish I could go away to your world, Flute.
A lot of your enjoyment may stem from how much slack you want to cut them as child actors, and honestly, I do cut them a bit as the whole film has a campy feel to it that, yes, sometimes is distracting.
I think it works. I mean, I get the whole point. You're supposed to get, like, a fairly realistic vibe to it, which, I mean, to be fair, what am I saying? What I'm trying to say is that, like, I feel like I give the acting a fair amount of slack as well. That's all I'll say.
Absolutely no book on gravity could explain those movements.
No.
But other times, it matches perfectly. Like the show they watch on their way to school called Floop's Fooglies, which kind of sounds like a replacement swear word. And
It kinda does.
visually looks like a replacement swear word, too.
Just a pure acid trip.
People at the time didn't recognize Cameron Diaz in being John Malkovich. How the hell did he recognize an agent through all that?
Yeah.
Gregorio is concerned some of his past spy buddies are going missing, but he'll have to wait as his son is being picked on.
When I'm talking to you, you listen. Nice dolls. Here, let me see the dolls.
That was a strange back and forth.
Yeah.
Almost like the film was trying to hatch a Linus and then said, nope, that kind of crazy deserves an entire movie.
Yeah.
Have a good day,
Also, he
son.
was a
Go,
fantastic
boss.
villain.
Speaking of which, for a second you think this movie did lose its mind when Gregorio launches the bully's parent through a window.
Damn.
Quickly it's revealed to be a fantasy.
Can I help you with something, Chief?
My dad was gonna beat up your dad.
Alright, there's a little Linus there. Meanwhile, in Wicked, we see children's show entertainer Fabian Floop play
I'd say it's a lot better than Wicked.
Alan Cumming, who's turning people into monstrous weapons for an evil organization. I had a similar theory about Mr. Rogers.
Devil are these fingermen.
One of my favorite things in
Thumbs.
describing this movie to someone is when I say the henchmen are comprised entirely of thumbs. Without fail, 100% of the time, people who have not seen this movie always repeat back,
What?
thumbs? In a time when films feel very standard and underwhelming, a movie that guarantees such a confused response
Yeah,
also
that's
merits some value.
Yeah, that's a funny detail right there. The freaking nurse one.
Johnny?
The head of the evil organization named Mr. Lisp, played by Robert Patrick, is shown their latest evil invention, androids that look like the kids of powerful leaders.
Cunning and intelligence of the world's greatest espionage agents I call Spy Kids.
So this
There we go.
franchise is based on evil, mindless clowns.
Yeah, kind of.
Oh, yeah, I guess that one kind of writes itself.
Tell me, Spy Kids.
They're not quite finished.
Oh, I don't know. I think it's the sound most kids make when watching the Minecraft movie.
Yeah, pretty much.
Gregorio decides to go back to the good.
Well, actually, no, the Minecraft movie wasn't that bad. I actually really enjoyed it. Honestly, what you should have done was, like, have a clip of the kids, like, trashing the place, because that's what happened. Because apparently there's a lot of footage of just whenever Jack Black would see some of the kids would trash the place, but it didn't happen in my theater.
Good old spy days to help find the missing agents, and naturally, Ingrid wants to go too. So they call Uncle Felix, played by Cheech Marin, to look after the kids.
Nice.
Now they use their spy tech to begin their mission, but they're quickly intercepted by Floop. A villain so evil, he doesn't even take advantage of an obvious brand name. Floop Loops was right there.
Yeah.
Felix is literally alerted to something going wrong and quickly has to level with the kids.
Uncle Felix!
I'm not your uncle.
You're like 5 Disney characters! I don't know what kids these days would know him from. Wait, you're that guy from Spy Kids! He fills
Really,
the
see all
number
those
being
characters?
spies and tells them to use their gadgets to get to a safe house as their home is under attack.
We're never gonna see him again, are we?
Kid, it's a Rodriguez movie. Feel lucky you got to see him in person even once.
Fair enough.
And sure, I'll admit it, sometimes it does feel like Rodriguez is saying, yeah, I'm just making a dumb kids movie.
Oh yeah, it is.
Now flushing your poop.
Now rolling my eyes.
Pretty
They make
much.
it to the safe house where there's all sorts of inventions to keep them safe.
Machete's buddy pack?
I guess he's been in weirder. The parents break free.
Pulls
as
out a bunch of
players
blades.
See more Funhouse from hell.
Virtual room.
Again, I just assume that's what most of Rodriguez's sets are called. The virtual room is exactly as it sounds, though, as it tricks our heroes into falling into Floop's clutches again. After I have to admit, a pretty damn clever line.
I snap my fingers, and my fingers snap you.
I think
Nice.
these creatures were made just for that joke.
I actually never remembered that joke. Dang. But yeah, that is a good one.
He demands Gregorio to finish his development of the androids, or he'll turn everyone he loves into vagina cats. Or maybe that
Ugh.
pancake face guy from Star Wars, one of the two.
Hi, I'm Ms. Gradenko. We work for your parents.
We?
Meanwhile, the kids are approached by a supposed friend named Miss Gradenko, played by Terry Hatcher. She reveals the vanished spies are indeed prisoners on Floop's show.
You know that tuneless song the characters sing? Play it backwards.
Floop is a madman, help us, save us! Floop is a madman, help us, save us!
No, that's so goddamn funny.
Yeah.
Kermit! She's working for Floop.
It turns out she's a baddie as well as they try stealing a device called the Third Brain. And I do love it when an action setup is both impressive and pathetic at the same time.
Yeah, the freaking thumb-thumbs in like SWAT suits. Hold on.
The baddie as well as they try stealing a device. I do love it when an action setup is both impressive and pathetic at the same time.
Yeah, like, what's the point? They don't have eyes. you don't need a vision screen or a mask.
Cursed IKEA luxuries! Kids use jetpacks to try and escape.
And that one burns her hair away.
Now that's the Rodriguez we love!
Yeah.
That's the kid shit we hate.
That hair day.
That's just dumb. We get a chase scene that's
Yeah,
again
it's
cheap as
fine.
hell,
It's
but
just a
like I
kid's
said,
movie.
it is part of the fun. It's campy, but even in its campiness, you can tell there's effort and creativity put into it.
Yeah.
The same way Charlie Brown Christmas is like an awkwardly charming Christmas pageant, the same way this is like a spy chase a bunch of 10-year-olds worked on.
Yeah.
And yes, it is going to be the last connection to a Charlie Brown Christmas. I already feel dirty comparing them.
Oh, come on. It's not that bad, Doug. I actually really love the Charlie Brown Christmas movie.
They managed to escape and...
World, all you little boys and girls, and some...
I'm clearly too sober for this. I'm going to be back in a few shots.
Fair enough.
Ah, spring. Fresh air, sunshine,
Just nothing but
green
rain.
grass, blooming flowers, and absolutely nothing else I can think of when describing this season. Okay, spring kind of sucks, but you know what? The food can be good with HelloFresh. HelloFresh makes it easier to fit quick, home-cooked meals into your schedule every week by curating delicious recipes like pasta primavera, chicken Dijon, and pecan-crusted trout, as well as over 100 seasonal snacks, sides, and treats. Whee! Spring, this sucks, but HelloFresh is helping out. In 2025,
funny
we're
it's
evolving
actually
to fit
stormed
every
today, believe it
lifestyle
or
by
not.
bringing customers even more convenience, without compromising on taste, health, or homemade quality. Their new ready-made meals offer chef-crafted, flavorful dishes that are ready in just 3 minutes so you can dig in and get outside. Yeah, do all that stuff outside, get some work done, go for a jog, just be sad, but not with HelloFresh. Because you can get away from the rain and have some me time with some great food. Every HelloFresh meal uses high-quality ingredients including seasonal, fresh produce and proteins that travel from the farm to your doorstep. They also have flexible deliveries that you can pause or skip whenever you need. Feel great with meals that fit your spring schedule and make the season even more delicious. Go to HelloFresh.com/Critic10FM now to get 10 free meals with a free item for life. 1 per box with active subscription. Free meals applied as discount on first box. New subscribers only. Varies by plan. That's HelloFresh.com/Critic10FM. Oh, the rain finally stopped. It does look nice. Maybe spring isn't that bad at all. Oh, you have allergies. Spring is still
Yeah.
awful. I'm sorry.
I thought it was just gonna start
HelloFresh is
raining
good.
again.
Goodbye.
Yeah, spring's not the best.
Watch me play Resident Evil 2 every Friday on Twitch. I've never played a Resident Evil game before, so it should be pretty fun. We also have
Nice.
content 5 days a week. Hope to see you there. Okay, nicely buzzed. Continue.
If you dream,
Nope, not buzzed enough.
I mean,
So
fair
yeah,
enough.
this is one of the scenes I randomly show people, and they always say, "No way, this is Spy Kids. This is a Pee-wee's Playhouse reboot done by Rob Zombie."
Pretty
They even
much.
got Danny Elfman just to compose this mere 45 seconds to make it sound extra odd. Hence why it sounds like his two stop-motion skeletons banging each other.
selfish, mean, nasty people, nasty, 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 nasty.
I'm sorry. Any movie that has this in it isn't just some meh kid spy film. This weirdness stands out.
Yeah.
It turns out this is a rehearsal for Flip's show as he asks his minion named Minion, played by Tony Shalhoub, what's missing.
Let's say, doesn't he just yell cut and then everything falls apart?
Show! It needs something.
Rehab. It needs rehab.
A
Minion
little bit.
reveals he made Android versions of Junie and Carmen to go find them, as we get
Something pretty weird.
shots way too excited to be at a playground.
Yeah.
The robot kids try to capture the real kids, as we get an inventive fight scene on a merry-go-round. Fun fact, this is how dangerous modern parents think an old-school merry-go-round is. They grab the third brain
Honestly,
and take off.
a merry-go-round that
together
fast
they
would be
get-
really fun.
He is indeed the name of a Danny Trejo character. He's the one who made all their spy gadgets and is their actual uncle.
You think I want to babysit my brother the rest of my life? Watch out for Gregorio. Take care of Gregorio. Make sure Gregorio knows right from wrong.
I can't even get a space sequel off the ground, and everybody gets a space sequel! He and his brother had a falling out years ago, so he refuses to help. The kids take matters into their own hands, though, by stealing his plane. We'll bring it back when we're done fighting that alien thing from Mario Land.
Nice.
And you, Floop, have served your purpose.
Meanwhile, looks like Minion is sick of working on Floop's kid show and wants to spend more time taking over the world. To be fair, it was a weird meshing. I can only think of one other business that attempted it.
Yeah.
The kids get to Floop's hideout, and it's been 2 seconds. How about another bodily function joke?
The water's warmer in here. Oh, I just peed.
Why do I like this again?
Alright, fine. Some of the jokes don't land too well. I still think it's fine.
Oh yeah, weird shit like that. Anytime the movie gets too dumb, something just so crazy will happen, I gotta shrug and say, okay, I'm glad something that odd lives in my head now.
Yeah.
Where's my mom and dad?
I'll give credit to, sometimes you think, is the film really gonna be so stupid to have a scene where the spy kids sneak in with the androids even though they're wearing entirely different clothes? Nope.
Nope. I mean, why would they
I
think
do
that
ask,
would work?
is that intentionally dumb or not?
I hope this leads to attention.
I don't think it does.
Bruh. Well, that's
He
disturbing.
meets up with Floop in the virtual room as we discover Minion's real name.
Alexander Minion.
I'm sorry, 47% score, but that is funny.
Yeah.
And he turns their dad into a
His
literal
name is
kid's drawing.
Minion.
It's Dad.
Looking similar to how he looks today. No, that joke doesn't work. He still looks amazing. He must be on that new diet. Terry Hatcher, on the other hand,
It's good to be back.
Oh yeah,
guys.
the jetpack.
actually also looks pretty similar.
Yeah. With that.
Big ideas.
With that Grinch-like smile.
Floop joins our heroes and gets their dad back to normal, all while luring Minion back to his lab. And so help me, I don't know why this line delivery from Shalhoub makes me laugh.
Some sort of truce in exchange for your daughter.
Spoken for.
There you are. Didn't see you. Didn't see you.
I'll just chuck that up too. I don't know. He's just good.
Yeah.
They put him in the same machine to mess up his appearance, but it turns out he kind of digs it.
Oh, don't worry. I think it's reversible.
I am a 43-year-old man with no problem saying Spy Kids. It's gonna give me nightmares.
Yeah, that is pretty
The parents are
messed
captured
up.
again. Yeah, how good of spies were these two anyway? As the kids try to see if they can stop the robots.
Can you shut them down from here?
It's too late.
I'm sorry, if we collectively had permission to like this type of dumb humor, I think we should collectively have permission to like this type of dumb humor too.
Yeah.
The kids face off against themselves and they have a little battle.
Careful. They're stronger and smarter now.
And can probably say their lines more coherently. With that said, give this girl credit. I really did think they earned their PG rating for a second.
Oh shit. Taki mushrooms.
Let's make it an actual PG, though.
Oh shit.
God, that's funnier.
Yeah.
He uses one of the gadgets to stop them, but the army of robots approaches to finish him off. Thankfully, Machete returns to rip some heads off. I mean, hug.
Yeah, they reprogrammed them
Stupid
at the last
PG.
second.
Floop reprograms him, though, to go after the villains. Machete cries.
It's okay. Let it go. Let it go. He's fine. He's gonna be fine.
You're still writing a positive review, but you are pushing it, Spy Kids. And Floop, I guess, hammers in the message.
You won today, Junie. And not because you were the biggest or the strongest, but because you were pure of heart and of mind.
How did that happen? Who cares? The movie doesn't. Let's just jump to the millionth cameo.
An emergency assignment has come up.
Sorry, Devlin, we haven't talked about this as a family yet.
I wasn't talking to you. No, this assignment is for Carmen and Junie.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. If you've seen Tomorrowland, you know he has a weird history with kids.
Yeah.
So it ends on the family. Wait, nobody has seen Tomorrowland. Go see Tomorrowland to make that joke work. Now, don't do it. It's not worth it. So it ends with
I've
the
seen
family all joining
Tomorrowland,
forces to
Doug,
fight
don't
evil,
worry.
and the movie ends. So that was Spy Kids. Yes, I have to acknowledge the problems, but I also have to acknowledge the fun insanity.
Yeah.
Yes, there's a lot of moments that are awkward or cringy or don't quite work, but the energy is high, most of the comedy decent, and like I said, the creativity is really going for broke.
Yeah. Like I said, even with like the effects showing their age, they still feel like they have a creative vibe to them.
I don't know why this is the project Rodriguez decided to pour all his Tim Burton into, but it is imaginative and enjoyable to take in. I guess I can't be surprised if somebody doesn't get into it, as there is a lot of stilted acting, choppy editing, and juvenile jokes that don't land. But for the bar I think many of us had going into this movie, it did turn out to have more effort than expected. I'm not pretending this is a great comedy or anything, but it weirdly has the right amount of what the hell am I watching to keep it entertaining.
Yep.
I'm a nostalgia critic guy, remember? So you don't have to.
Honestly, that's a good enough way of putting it.
I just peed.
Okay. Didn't need to know that. I mean, okay. In the end, yeah, Doug does kind of make a fair point. Yeah, not all the jokes land, but I never expected them to. Plus, I mean, again, I guess things change when you're a kid versus being an adult as well. I don't know. I guess just a cheap way of trying to save the positivity for it. But I mean, Doug did like it in the end. I do kind of mostly remember it for the weird stuff that happened anyway. Not really for like the lines and jokes that they made, because I wasn't there for that. I was there mostly for like the what the heck is happening kind of stuff. Like it's almost like a live action Tim Burton style film with a lot of the weird stuff in it. Which honestly, no, I don't know if that would work. Yeah, maybe if they put it together, I don't know. Honestly, Tim Burton, you're a master with claymation, and honestly, I don't mean this in the meme, I mean this in a good way. It's definitely your best place. Yeah, but with that being said, I definitely think Spy Kids is still a pretty fun film after all this time. Honestly, the sequels, I always liked number 2. Number 3 was just kind of eh. Then again, I don't remember much from number 3. I remember mostly from number 2 because I like the giant animal creatures. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction, and nonetheless, be sure to like and subscribe. Be sure to check out Doug Channel Austin's videos. Support Doug if you can. And with that being said, I'll see you all next time. Bye!